All right, we are live. Thank you so much for your patience. My name's CJ. This is the CJ Curry Show. It's presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks, making daily fantasy easy for you. 100% instant deposit match still waits for you, okay? 100% instant deposit match when you use promo code Curry. Every dollar you put in up to $100, they're going to match it dollar for dollar. All right, make it your first entry totally risk-free on PrizePicks. If you don't play on PrizePicks yet, listen, there may be a few of you who are just watching for the very first time. Maybe you're not on PrizePicks yet. Get signed up today. I've left a link down in the description below to make the sign-up process easy for you. Again, use promo code Curry. You're going to get a dollar for dollar match on every buck that you put in, up to $100 on PrizePicks. Shout out to everybody who's here this morning. Hopefully you all had a very happy Thanksgiving. Maybe you did some shopping on Black Friday or took advantage of some deals over the weekend. There's going to be some deals today on PrizePicks. That's right, folks. There's going to be some deals today on PrizePicks. Apparently they're doing some discounts throughout the day. Cyber Monday discounts. So if you missed Flex Friday, which was their $20 risk-free promotion, if you missed the free square on Thanksgiving Day, Justin Jefferson, 0.5 receiving yards. Don't worry, fear not. have no concerns whatsoever because they're going to be doing some Cyber Monday discounts on PrizePicks today. Let's take a look at it together, shall we? Let's look and see exactly what we're talking about here. I'll pull it up for you guys to take a peek. All right, so PrizePicks doing their Cyber Monday discounts. They just announced this right before I went live on the air. I'm glad that I was able to take a couple extra moments and spend some time talking about this because we all like discounts. But we know how it goes sometimes, right? Look at Taco Tuesday, for instance. We talked about the Kevin Durant taco from last Tuesday, right? We know these are not going to be free squares. They're going to be discounts, but that's not meant to be totally free square. That doesn't mean a guaranteed win, right? We still have to probably look into this a little further, do a little bit of research, right? Our due diligence to make sure that these discounts are something that we want to take advantage of. All right. But anyway, here's what you've got here. PrizePicks Cyber Monday discounts. We're discounting players all afternoon. Make sure that your push notifications are turned on so that you do not miss out when they send out these alerts, all right? They're going to be doing this throughout the day. Listen, I am a PrizePicks lead ambassador, the first of its kind, the one of only of its kind, right? And I don't know what these discounts are going to be. As PrizePicks lead ambassador, I have no idea what they're going to do here. I'm not sure who the players are. I'm not sure what the sports will be that will be discounted. All I can do is make an assumption that with a pretty healthy NBA slate tonight, probably going to be some NBA discounts. We've also got, college basketball going on. I mean, there's a number of different sports. You know how PrizePicks rolls. There's a lot of different ways, but definitely keep your eye out on that. I think these Cyber Monday discounts could be a fun way to get our hands on some discounted player props. All right. While we're on Twitter here, let's jump over to my Twitter page. If you're not following me on Twitter yet, at Curry the Creator on Twitter, you can give me a follow. I want to take a look at this sweet entry that I was able to cash in yesterday. We went 6 for 6 on Patreon. I posted these 6 plays. They were all quarterbacks. They were all fantasy score plays over on PrizePicks. We took the over or more on all of them, and I threw them all in. My last $30 to my name on PrizePicks. I threw it all in. I pushed all my chips to the middle. We ended up turning this $30 into a $750 payout. There was a lot of people who put their $20 risk-free promo out there. They turned $20 into $500. So shout out to my Patreon fam. If you took one, some, or all of these picks yesterday, we went 6 for 6. It was a fantastic day. I'm not saying we do this every day, all right? I'm not saying every single day we're cashing 6 out of 6 for 25x, but I will take a moment to celebrate when we do cash big. And in this case, this is one of those moments. 6 for 6, 25x, turning $30 into $750. So appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Like I said, follow me over on Twitter, at Curry the Creator. I'm posting stuff, some stuff sports related, some stuff that's just, funny, I guess you could say. I think I'm funny anyway. Maybe you think I'm funny. Let's transition over to Purdle. It's the NBA mystery player guessing game. All right, we've talked about the sweet Cyber Monday discounts that we should be looking forward to on PrizePicks. We've talked about a big hit that we had from yesterday's NFL slate, a 6 for 6, 25x payout that I posted for our Patreon members out there. Now we're going to try and figure out who today's mystery player is. If you guys don't know how to play Purdle, well, it's pretty simple. You get 8 guesses to figure out who this current NBA player is. Green in any column is an exact match. Yellow in a team column indicates that this mystery player has at one point or another played for this team, but doesn't currently play for the team. All right. Yellow in a position column means that it's a partial match to the mystery player's true position. And yellow in any other column indicates that the attribute is within 2. That could be 2 inches in height. That could be 2 years in age. That could be 2 digits in the jersey number that they wear on their back. All right. And if we get stuck, we've got a silhouette mode that'll help us maybe put together who the mystery player might be. So today's thumbnail for today's show is Nikola Vucevic. Shout out to my man Vuce, taking on the Utah Jazz tonight. I think he's in a great spot, so I went ahead and made him our thumbnail player of the day. So we'll start with Nikola Vucevic as our first guest to kind of get the ball rolling, to get some ideas going here. It is not Nikola Vucevic. It is not anybody from the Chicago Bulls, but this player does play in the Eastern Conference. In the Central Division is a center shorter than 6'10", younger than 32 years old, and the jersey number is going to have to be a jersey number that is above number 9. Do you guys have any guesses? Those of you in the chat who are watching, do you have any guesses on who this could be? Central Division player. You guys are saying Mo Bamba. No, can't be Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's down south, not central. He's down south. Bobby Portis, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. We got a lot of good guesses here. I think maybe we could go with one of the Cleveland Cavaliers, possibly. That could be a good guess, because we know this player's shorter than 6'10". We know that Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are both shorter than 6'10". They're both younger than 32 years old, and I think both of them wear a jersey number above number 9, if I'm not mistaken. So let's start with Donovan Mitchell. He's been on a roll. He's been a fun player to watch this season. Bang! Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Either you guys went and solved this on your own, or you are from the future and you have, all the answers. In that case, I want the winning lottery tickets. But it is Donovan Mitchell. Give me the winning lottery numbers for those of you who guessed Donovan Mitchell. Like I said, if you didn't go out there and solve this on your own, well then damn it, you are really good, all right, at guessing. I think you guys were in on it, though. But it is Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers, plays in the Eastern Conference Central Division, is a guard who is 6'1", 26 years old, rocking jersey number 45. So there you go. There's your Purdle player of the day. Now that our brains are warmed up, we can go ahead and move into today's NBA slate. Listen, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 games. We hit double-digit games coming off of the weekend here. So we got 7 o'clock tip-off between the Atlanta Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers. We've got Clint Capella game time decision for Atlanta. For the Philadelphia side, guys, stay tuned. Joel Embiid has sat out the last few games. Tyrese Maxey is going to be out again tonight, as is James Harden. We've got PJ Tucker. Matisse Thybulle is a game-time decision. Jaden Springer also a game-time decision. So the Philadelphia 76ers are not the healthiest bunch right now. It's been the likes of Tobias Harris, Shake Milton, and DeAnthony Melton. It's the Milton and Melton show for Philadelphia the last couple of games. But this one does have a pretty nice total. That would probably change drastically if a guy like Joel Embiid ended up suiting up, if Clint Capella ended up suiting up. But 221 is the total, 1.5 point spread. Moving on to another 7 o'clock game between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Washington Wizards. As far as injuries go, Kyle Kuzma, Rui Hachimura are both game time decisions. GTDs for Washington. For Minnesota, we've got Jaden McDaniels, Jordan McLaughlin, both game time decision. Taurean Prince is out. All right, so they're going to have their full run, their full complement of players. It's going to be Russell, Edwards, Towns, and Gobert. The guys that really matter are going to be in the lineup for Minnesota. 227.5, very healthy total here with a spread of just 0.5, meaning this game should go the distance. We should see the starters from both teams play late into the fourth quarter, pending nothing crazy happens. Moving on to the 7:30 game between the Charlotte Hornets and the Boston Celtics, we've got LaMelo Ball already out. Gordon Hayward already out. We've got Martin and Smith out for Charlotte, all right? And we've got a guy on Charlotte in Terry Rozier who is playing against a team that he once played for back in the day. This is a revenge narrative. For those of you who like revenge narratives and like storylines, Terry Rozier playing in Boston, against Boston, the team that he used to be a member of back in the day, right? So maybe he goes off tonight. Maybe he looks to get a few extra shots up without LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward, Martin Smith. All these guys are out, right? So it's going to be Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre, some PJ Washington sprinkled in, but I could see Rozier looking to get in his bag tonight. We'll have to take a look at maybe some of his numbers. On the Boston side, Jason Tatum did not play in the last game. Was a game time decision. Boston is on a back-to-back. Still no Gallinari. He's out for the season. And it sounds like Robert the Time Lord Williams, will see him before the end of the year. He should be back next month before Christmas, they're saying. All right. But this one's got a nice total of 226. The only problem here is that Boston is favored by 10.5 points, meaning blowout city, potential blowout here. So be careful taking full game props. Maybe you save this game for a first half only type of situation. 7:30 also brings us Orlando, my team, versus the Brooklyn Nets. Orlando's got a long list of injuries. for us to monitor. Mo Bamba, game time decision. Wendell Carter Jr., game time decision. They recently got Paolo Banchero back, so that's a sign of hopefully things to come. Maybe we get some more of these guys healthy. Markelle Fultz is on the GTD list. We're getting closer and closer to seeing the season debut of Markelle Fultz. And hopefully Jonathan Isaac. That's the rumors that these guys, Fultz and Isaac, should be coming back soon for Orlando. Okeke is a game time decision. Terrence Ross left the game early due to an illness. He's a game time decision tonight. And Jalen Suggs is a game time decision. So keep your eye on the Orlando Magic, or don't. You could just fade them too, because even when all these guys are healthy, it's really been difficult to figure out who's going to step up for Orlando from one night to the next. It's really hard to figure out who's going to be that guy on any given night. We know Paolo Banchero, probably pound for pound the most talented player of the bunch, but any given night, a guy like Bol could step up, right? Franz Wagner's got the goods. Jalen Suggs can pop up out of nowhere. Wendell Carter Jr. can give you 20 and 10. All right, so I'm just staying away from the Orlando Magic. But on the Brooklyn side, as far as injuries go, nothing real crazy or impactful there. They're pretty much at full strength, and they have been for the last couple of games. Kyrie Irving, Royce O'Neal, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, Nick Claxton is who we should expect to see tonight in Brooklyn. 224.5 points. It's a 10.5 point spread, though. Sounds like the Brooklyn Nets are going to blow my Orlando Magic out. And as a Magic fan, guys, I'm sad. I really expected us to be a little bit more competitive this year. But all these injuries, sheesh. Hard to win anything when your guys aren't out on the floor. Cleveland at Toronto. This should be a fun game. 7:30 tip-off. Very low total here, just 215.5. We've got a long list of injuries on both sides here. 2.5 point spread, though it should stay close and competitive depending on who's in and who's out. As you can see, Jarrett Allen is already out. Kevin Love is out. All right, so the front court is going to be very thin. It's going to be veteran Robin Lopez starting at center alongside of the young man Evan Mobley. You got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland in the backcourt, but this matchup against the Toronto Raptors is not an easy one on paper by any means. Are we going to see Pascal Siakam back tonight? He's been out for a number of games. Hopefully he gets back out there. We got Scotty Barnes as a game time decision as well. So I'm not touching anything from this game, this Cleveland-Toronto game, until I get more news. We know who's in, we know who's out. Sometimes it's better to just take the wait and see approach. 8 o'clock, OKC at New Orleans. Another fun game on paper. 232 points between these two teams, a 5.5 point spread, right? For OKC, pretty much full go. Everybody looks healthy there. Of course, we've got SGA, who's playing out of his mind, out of this world this season. He's going up against New Orleans, who's going to be without CJ McCollum. Brandon Ingram, possibly. Game time decision. He's looking like he's closer to doubtful than probable. So stay on top of that. If those guys are out, it's going to be Zion, obviously. It's going to be Jonas Valanciunas trying to pick up the slack against a very weak Oklahoma City front court. So I like the bigs in this game for New Orleans. Moving on down here, 9 o'clock, Houston at Denver, 228.5. It's an 11.5 point spread, though. Denver expected to blow the Houston Rockets out of the water, all right? They're going to send the Rockets into orbit, all right? Knock them out of this world, out of this planet, out of this atmosphere, out of this solar system. But yeah, the Houston Rockets look like they're going to get blown out tonight. As far as injuries go, Michael Porter Jr. for the Denver Nuggets, a game time decision. Houston will have pretty much everybody you'd expect. Nothing crazy happening there. Nice total of 228.5, but I'd probably say play this as a first half only type of game. Which brings us to 9 o'clock, Chicago versus Utah, 235.5. Loving the total on this game. It's a 2-point spread. My man Vucevic is our thumbnail player of the game for good reason. He's in a great matchup tonight against the likes of Kelly Olynyk, Jared Vanderbilt, and Lauri Markkanen. He should be able to feast on the Utah Jazz front court, as we've seen bigs do this season time after time. Alex Caruso is a game time decision. We're not sure if he's going to play or not. His status is up in the air. For the Utah Jazz, it looks like Lauri Markkanen is a game time decision, but closer to playing than probably not playing. As far as other injuries go, Michael Conley Jr., who has been out for a number of games, he's a game time decision tonight. Hopefully we get Con back out on the floor, but 235.5 with just a 2-point spread, that's a good game to possibly target some overs on. Speaking of targeting overs, we got Phoenix at Sacramento. We do have a good total of 232.5, very healthy amount of points and offense expected from these two teams, but we're not quite sure what the spread is yet. As you can see, it is blank at this very moment. So we're not sure, who's expected to win and how much Vegas thinks they're going to win by. Maybe they're waiting on Chris Paul news, but Chris Paul appears to be out, as is Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder. Other than that, looks like both teams are going to be pretty much fully healthy, which brings us to our last game of the night, the Indiana Pacers facing the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah, there was rumors earlier in the season that Miles Turner wanted to be a Los Angeles Laker, and that maybe the Lakers were looking to trade for Miles Turner. I don't know if that's still going to happen or if that's in the works or what, but as of right now, Miles Turner's still with the Pacers. As far as injury news goes, LeBron James, game time decision, but it looks like he's going to play. Anthony Davis is also likely to play, according to RotoWire here, but we're going to be without Pat Bev, no Patrick Beverley. Love the total on this one, 237.5, one of the highest totals of the night right here in LA versus Indiana. 3-point spread. It's favoring the Los Angeles Lakers. 10 games tonight, gang. A lot of good ones, but a lot of injury news that is going to shake things up. We're going to try and navigate. We're going to try and work our way around all this pending injury news and see if we can find some plays tonight. All right. So let's go split screen here. We'll get the PrizePicks board flexed out here to our right. We'll scan through this real quick. We talked about some of these games where we could find some potential goodness. I think one of the first ones that doesn't have any pending injury news that could be a good spot for us to target is this dude. I mean, we talked about Nikola Vucevic being the thumbnail player of the day for a reason. Now, he's been hard to trust. He's been a very up and down, inconsistent type of player, but this is the type of matchup where hopefully, Vucevic can take advantage. So what do we have up on the board for Nikola Vucevic? Well, we got 16.5 points. We could go 31.5 PRA. We could take just the points and rebounds at 28.5. We could look at the assists at 19.5, right? Points plus assists. And then we've also got his rebounds and assists at 15.5. So why do I like this matchup? Well, if we refresh here, make sure we have all the latest DVP information. That's defense versus position, right? We head over to the center spot and we take a look at a quick way to kind of filter this is FanDuel points or fantasy points. You see the Utah Jazz ranked second in fantasy points allowed to opposing centers. Now, why is that? Well, if you think about what goes into a fantasy score projection, right? It's points, it's rebounds, it's assists, it's blocks, and it's steals. So I would like probably to play Nikola Vucevic over his fantasy score, but I don't see his fantasy score up on the board just yet. But if you take a look at some of the other individual single stat player props here, you've got his points at 16.5, right? Utah's given up 25.8. We'll call it 25.8 points per game to centers. That's the second highest. So I think his points are definitely worth a look. Team giving up the second most points per game to centers. And then you take a look at the matchup here. We go back down and you're seeing 235.5 points with a 2-point spread. It's hard not to love some Nikola Vucevic points tonight. All right, so that's one option for you. You could also take the points and rebounds at 28.5. If you want to combine his points at 16.5 with his rebounds, you can do that. Jazz are giving up 16.6 rebounds per game. That is the third highest rebounds per game by a team against centers, right? So that's another good spot for you. So far, I'm liking the points on Vucevic. I'm liking the points and rebounds. Once they put fantasy score up, I think that's also a very solid look. So I think you can go either one of those routes. Let's take a look at some of the hit rates here. We're going to use PropStatCash to help us out with that. PrizePicks does a pretty good job of giving us the last 5 games, but we want to see a bigger sample size. I want to see if Vucevic is hitting his points at a better rate, his PRA at a better rate, and I want to get more information about this matchup against the Utah Jazz. So PropStatCash helps with that. If you're not using it yet, promo code Curry, 25% off your first month of PropStatCash. I've left a link down in the description. Go down to the description and get signed up for PropStatCash if you're not using it yet. All right, so let's take a look. We'll filter all these games out. We want to see Chicago versus Utah. We want to look at Nikola Vucevic at 16.5 points. Like I said, he's been kind of inconsistent. His hit rates up and down, right? 37% hit rate. 7 for 19. 37% hit rate. Not great, but it is a great matchup for him. Not great, but it is a great matchup for him. What about points and rebounds? We could also look at that. 37% as well. 7 for 19. So the hit rates, you're going to be turned off by the hit rates, but this is more about the matchup, the high game total, the fact that this game is going to stay close and competitive. What about the PRA at 31.5? 42% hit rate. So you could maybe look at the PRA. It's the highest hitting prop of the three, of points and rebounds, and PRA. The PRA is hitting at a higher clip. So he played Utah twice last season. Obviously, that was a much different Utah Jazz team. That was Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Bogdanovich, right? Royce O'Neal. All those guys are gone. They gone. So this is a totally different Utah Jazz team tonight, a team that does not pride themselves in playing defense. They rank 23rd in total points allowed, 21st in rebounds allowed, and 27th against opposing centers. So this matchup is very, very juicy for Nikola Vucevic. Let's take a look at some of his projections here. We're going to be using Fantasy Labs to do that. We could look at his points first and foremost. He's projected for 14.9 points. They have him going under. At 16.5, he is a betting favorite to go under. Pretty big betting favorite at 16.5. So I'd keep an eye on this. If this gets bumped down to 16, I think I'm a buyer at 16. I think I like that at 16. What about his points plus rebounds? Points plus rebounds are at 25.8. I mean, all these numbers seem kind of low for Vucevic given the matchup, in my opinion. All right. They got him projected for 25.8. He's at 28.5. Slight betting favorite to go under. Why would they be taking the under against the Utah Jazz? Do the bettors out there know something that we don't? And at 31.5 PRA, slight betting favorite under on some sites, but over on other sites. All right, we got some books out there that like him to go for more than 31.5. He's projected for about 29. Do you agree with these projections, or do you think they're a little bit low given the matchup for Nikola Vucevic? Again, I know. He hasn't been the most consistent guy in the world, unfortunately. But when you take a look at a team giving up the second most points to centers, the third most rebounds to centers, and the second most fantasy points to centers, hard not to like that. Speaking of liking players, we talked about Jonas Valanciunas. I think if Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum are out, then Joe Val makes for a very nice play. He's currently not up on the board. They're probably waiting on news. But Jonas Valanciunas should be in a pretty good spot. Another guy that's been doing work is Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams, his fantasy score isn't up on the board, but if it's sitting around 20.5 again, I think Patrick Williams makes for a fine choice. You could also take a look at Patrick Williams for his first half PRA. That's been a very good hitting prop for me. Dang, and it's all the way down at 7.5 today. What's going on with that? That seems way too low. That seems way too low, my friends. Patrick Williams at just 7.5 PRA. Why do I think that it's too low? Well, let me just show you something. Let me show you. It's not just me. It's not just my opinion. It's factual that this kind of seems low here. Points plus rebounds plus assists. We're using StatMuse to take a look at this, by the way. So you go Patrick Williams, first half, points plus rebounds plus assists logs this season. Those of you who are in my Patreon, you know this has been a play that we have went to a number of times. I don't know why it's down to 7.5 today, but it is. I'm not going to complain. He's hit this in 4 straight games, as PrizePicks has illustrated for us. So he's 4 out of his last 5. That's an 80% hit rate. He's 5 out of his last 6, 5 out of his last 7. But then we back it up even further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row there. So he's hit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of his last 13. He has gone over 7.5 first half PRA. So keep your eyes peeled here on Patrick Williams for more than 7.5 first half PRA. It's a prop that has been hitting at a very high rate here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out of the last 15 games, he's gone over 7.5 first half PRA. Are we in on this or not? Are you liking what you're seeing here? Let's look at the matchup real quick. I think so far, though, that's looking like a very solid option for us. A very solid option. Patrick Williams going up against the Utah Jazz. So maybe you don't like Nikola Vucevic. Maybe you go to this guy instead. The Jazz are giving up about 20 points per game to power forwards. They're giving up about 10 rebounds per game to power forwards. So we're already sitting at like 30 PRA. And then they're giving up over 3 assists per game to power forwards. So that's about 33, 34, we'll call it, somewhere around there. So that breaks up to about 17 PRA given up to power forwards per half. This guy needs just 8 points, rebounds, and assists. In a high scoring game, I like this. I think this is a good look. But yes, King United makes a good point. Patrick Williams' fantasy score is always a good look because he is a steals and blocks type of guy. We don't get the fantasy score just yet, but I will say this, that I've looked into his first half PRA versus his first half fantasy scores recently. He's actually hitting the first half PRA, first half only, at a higher clip than the fantasy score. Just throwing that out there. But yes, I agree. Full game, take the fantasy score. First half only, PRA. I think that's the move. But yes, I'm in on Patrick Williams for more than 7.5 first half PRA. This number has gone down. I mean, I've seen it at 8.5 in recent games, 9.5. I don't know why they've dropped this all the way down to 7.5. I mean, as far as news goes for the Chicago Bulls, nothing really crazy happening. There hasn't been a whole lot that has changed here for the Chicago Bulls. So no slips made yet, Justin. We're looking through the board right now. So far, we like Patrick Williams. We talked about Vucevic. Despite his poor hit rates, he is in a prime time matchup against the Utah Jazz. But I think Pat Williams for a first half PRA play is solid. Very solid. Denham Banks says, yeah, we live, baby. Yeah, we're absolutely live. By the way, shout out to everybody who's here. If I missed you, my bad. I didn't mean to miss you. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you're here for the first time, make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. Slap that like button while you're here. Let's run those likes up as high as we can. And yeah, we're still giving away a free entry every single day that I go live. One free entry to win $100 on PrizePicks. You just have to be a subscriber. You have to like today's video. And once the replay goes up, leave a comment in the comment section with your favorite pick of the day. And then you'll get automatically entered to win a risk-free entry to score $100. $100. Mike says, thank you for everything you do. How do you feel about Sabonis for more than 17.5 rebounds and assists? I think that could be interesting. First and foremost, Mike, I just want to say thank you for the super chat, my dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you with the super chat. How do I feel about Sabonis for more than 17.5 rebounds and assists? Let's go find him, man. Let's go find him because Sabonis has been kind of letting us down when it comes to getting points, right? His points have not been hitting at a very high clip recently. He did drop 18 against Boston, but he's not the type of guy who's going to get you, 20, 25 points per game. That's just not him. Not on this team. Not when you have Fox. Not when you have Harrison Barnes. Not when you have Kevin Huerter playing alongside you. So I kind of see where you're going with this, where you're leaving points out of the equation and we're just dependent on this guy for his rebounds and assists. I don't mind that, actually. I think that's a very smart way to go. You could go just rebounds if you want. Very good rebounder. Of course, the assists are not up on the board. Why would they be, right? Why would they be? It's been a high hitting prop at 5.5 assists. They're not giving us that. But you could go Sabonis for just purely rebounds and assists and leave the points aside since he has not been scoring at a very good rate. We talked about this game being a pretty good one here. We'll go look at it again. Phoenix versus Sacramento. Total is nice at 232.5. Make no mistake about it, but we don't know what the spread is just yet. I don't think there's a spread for this game. Let me refresh. Oh, there we go. There we go. The spread is 0.5, so they expect this game to stay close. Very close, in fact. 0.5 is the spread. 233 point total. So yeah, I'm good with it. Taking rebounders against DeAndre Ayton has also worked out more often than not. It'll be Ayton and it'll be Torrey Craig. But yeah, so far, I think I like what I see here with Sabonis for rebounds and Sabonis for assists. So let's take a look at this matchup real quick. Let's go to the Phoenix Suns. We'll look at it together. We'll look at it together for the first time together. The Phoenix Suns, as far as rebounds allowed to opposing centers, where are they at? Where are they at? There they are. 15 boards per game, gang. 15 per game. That's a pretty healthy number. 3.48 assists. We'll call it 3.5 assists per game for the Phoenix Suns. So you combine those two numbers, they're giving up about 18 to 19 rebounds and assists. And we know Sabonis is one of the best passing bigs in the league. So I would not be mad at you wanting to take a shot. But it is worth noting. That in this matchup against the Phoenix Suns, they're giving up over 24 points per game, the sixth highest point per game average to the center spot. So this could be a game where Domantas Sabonis potentially scores some points. So maybe the PRA is the move. Maybe we sprinkle in the PRA, get him some points, get him some rebounds, and get him some assists. But let's take a look at some of these hit rates as we do. Appreciate everybody being here, tuning in, watching. I'm taking your questions. Obviously, if you have something that's an urgent, pressing matter, a very good, tough type of question, Super Chat is going to be your best friend. It's going to help you get your question seen. It'll highlight your question. I'll guarantee that I go ahead and take a look at that for you. And it helps support the channel too. Those Super Chats go a long way, so I appreciate that again, Mike. But let's look at the rebounds and assists for Domantas Sabonis this season. He's hit this in exactly 50% of his games, 9 for 18 this season. You can also take a look at the home and road splits. All right, tonight he's playing at home. At home, just 3 for 9 at 17.5 points. Rebounds and assists. So he's got the lower hit rate when he plays in Sacramento, averaging just 15.6 rebounds and assists when playing at home. Now, if he was on the road, it hits a lot better. 6 for 9, 67% with 19 rebounds and assists per game. What do you think, Mike? Are you worried about these splits at all? The fact that he averages 19 on the road, but just 15.6 at home is a little concerning, Mike. It's a little concerning to me so far, buddy. But let's get you a projection on this real quick. Rebounds plus assists for Sabonis. Got it projected for 16.9. He's at 17.5. He's a big betting favorite. Not super big, but big. Healthy betting favorite to go over 17.5. Minus 130 right now on a lot of these sports books. Even on PointsBet, minus 140. So they got him projected for right about 17. All right. But that, my friends, that is the T. That is the T on Domantas Sabonis. So, there you go. What else are we liking, gang? You guys let me know. I'm going to keep looking through the board here. We got a lot to discuss. But my man Mike was, I think, leaning toward taking the over on Sabonis at 17.5 rebounds plus assists. Although the splits are not in his favor tonight, does not typically perform as well when it comes to rebounds and assists at home. But the matchup does look pretty good. It looks like a pretty good matchup for him. Let's see here. So far, for those of you who have just tuned in, we talked about Vucevic in a really good matchup tonight against Utah, but Patrick Williams has been hitting this 7.5 first half PRA at a very high clip. We've also talked about Terry Rozier in a revenge game, so to speak, against the Boston Celtics. Both he and Kelly Oubre should probably be on your radar tonight without Gordon Hayward, LaMelo Ball, and Martin and Smith. So both of these guys should pick up the slack in their absence. You could go first half on some of these because, let's be honest, it looks like Boston's probably going to beat the brakes off of the Charlotte Hornets. But this dude right here, when Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball are out, at 9.5 first half points, has actually done very well. I think we've taken him in the past, talked about him in the past, but let's look at him real quick. He shoots a lot, gang. Without Gordon Hayward, without LaMelo Ball, this dude shoots a lot. So let's look at Kelly Oubre first half points without Gordon Hayward logs this season. All right. So with Gordon Hayward out at 9.5 points this season, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for 9 without Gordon Hayward this season at 9.5 first half points. Do you guys like 100% hit rates? I'm asking for a friend. Let me know, chat. Do you guys like 100% hit rates? A guy who's 9 for 9 this season when Gordon Hayward sits out? I mean, that's looking pretty sharp to me. Gets a lot of shots up. Without Hayward out there, I mean, you got 9, 8, 12 shots, 14 shots, 12 shots, 13, 12 shots. I mean, 9 for 9. No Hayward, no Ball. I'm just pointing it out. If you guys disagree with this for any reason, for any way, shape, or form, don't take it. Don't take it. I'm pointing out facts, though. All right? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And in this case, we've got some good numbers here on Kelly Oubre. 9 for 9 without Gordon Hayward this season. We've already confirmed that Gordon Hayward is out. LaMelo Ball is out. Martin and Smith are out. Total's nice, 226.5, right? But we're worried about the blowout. So that's why I'm taking this as a first half only type of pick. 10.5 point spread favoring the Boston Celtics, meaning, yeah, this could turn into a runaway real quick, fast. As far as the matchup goes, though, we can look at the DVP real quick. Kelly Oubre spending most of his time at the shooting guard spot. Guys, Boston's given up over 24 points per game to opposing shooting guards. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth most. The ninth most points allowed. So if we split that in half, 24.32, we're sitting right at about 12. 12 first half points allowed to opposing shooting guards. He needs 10. I think he's worth taking a shot on. The guy's hit every single time Gordon Hayward has been out this season. So that looks like another good look with Patrick Williams first half. We've got Kelly Oubre sitting out here with 9.5 first half points. I think so far these are looking good, Marv Vlogs. Are you in on this or not? We're going to build out a little entry together, or a slip, or a ticket, if you will. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing with Patrick Williams and with Kelly Oubre's points. Patrick Williams, PRA, Kelly Oubre points. Any other first half plays that you guys are on? Let me know, gang. Let me know. We're building it out. Denim Bank says Oubre is gas. I like that. We don't like trash, right? If we're talking gas or trash, we want more gas, less trash. More gas, less trash. Kevin Huerter, he did fail us, but Kevin Huerter's PRA has been pretty good money lately. He did fail us not that long ago, but his PRA sitting at 10.5 today. He's going up against Phoenix tonight, so that's going to be what? Cam Payne and Devin Booker probably guarding him for the most part. But this dude's been doing a pretty good job for most of the season on his first half PRA. Let's just take a look at it real quick. Let's just take a look and see at 10.5 if it's worth taking. First half points plus rebounds plus assists. Logs this season, right? This could be one that we go back to, right? He flopped. Only had 4 first half PRA against Boston. Had previously hit 13, 16, and 11. Had 10 against San Antonio, but let's look at the 10.5. Maybe it's a sharper number than I'm thinking it is. He's hit this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 12 out of 18? Are we mad at that? 12 out of 18? What is that? Is that 75%? 12 out of 18? Something like that? But that could be a move. Kevin Huerter, going back to Kevin Huerter in a bounce back spot. I mean, he does go through, or has gone through, some little dry spells, some rough patches at times. Like if we look at 11-5, 11-7, and 11-9, right? He had 4, 9, and 6 first half PRA. But typically after a down game, he's pretty good at bouncing back. He's pretty good at bouncing back after having a little bit of a stinker. We can look at the matchup here. He's going up against the Phoenix Suns. He is playing shooting guard. Let's go look for the Suns real quick and just kind of get an idea how many PRA they're giving up to shooting guards, right? Ooh, we got to go all the way down to the bottom. They're giving up just 20.6 points, about 5.3 rebounds, and about 4.3 assists. All those numbers are kind of in this orange color, which means bad, right? We want to see some green, at the very least black, but in this case, we're seeing a lot of like orange, which is not good. That means they rank toward the bottom in PRA allowed to shooting guards. So they're actually doing a pretty decent job D'ing up shooting guards. So I might say we have to stay away from them tonight. But but maybe throw him in like a flex entry or something like that. You guys are throwing out some other first half options. Chris Raptor saying, what about Trae Young for first half points? Trae Young for first half points, 13.5. Whew. Going up against Philly. I don't think this is a very high total game. 221. That's decent. Decent. He's going up against Shake Milton and DeAnthony Melton. Let's look at this matchup real quick against the Philadelphia 76ers, because I think the Sixers, yeah, boy. They're giving up 17.8 points per game. That is the fewest points allowed to the point guard position. 17.8. I don't know if I love this. I gotta fade that. I think I'm gonna fade that one, brother. I'm gonna stay away from that one. But so far, I like Pat Williams' PRA. I like Kelly Oubre's first half points. So we got the first half PRA. We got the first half points for those two players. Vucevic for first half. Somebody mentioned Vooch. I don't think we've got any fantasy score. I'm waiting for Vucevic fantasy score. I think once they put that up, I'm in on that. But Vucevic first half PRA, I mean, that could be a look too. He hits the first half numbers. It seems like he hits the first half numbers at a higher clip. Anthony saying Cat's first half looks good. Don't disagree. Joker for first half points. What do you want to go, under or over on Nikola Jokic at first half points? Because this guy's been he's been kind of hard to trust, especially in the points department, right? Looks like he's starting to pick it back up, though, possibly. 3 for his last 5 on first half PRA, but 4 for his last 5 on his first half points. Let's look at this. This could be interesting. Nikola Jokic first half points logs this season. So he's sitting at 12.5. So we need 13 or more out of the Joker. So he's hit this in 1, 2, 3, 4 out of his last 5, just like PrizePicks shows. We go back a little bit further here. He misses with 10, has 14, and then misses here with 12. He's been so inconsistent. But yes, against Houston, I agree. Who's he going to be matched up with? Bruno Fernando? Alperen Şengün? Right? I mean, I get it. I totally get it. It sounds like a good matchup. Houston's actually better, or I guess you could say worse, against guards and backcourts. But yeah, against centers, I mean, they're giving up about 20.8 points per game. So that actually puts them down toward the bottom. Dallas is giving up the fewest points to centers at 14.95. Houston, a few slots above them at 20.8. So it's not quite as sexy as it looks on paper. Another thing you could do, though, is go Nikola Jokic first half points logs versus Rockets, and kind of get an idea of what he's done against Houston throughout recent games, throughout his career. So he's at 12.5. He's hit the over in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games against the Houston Rockets. 6 straight against the Houston Rockets. So that's not bad. 6 for 6. 6 for his last 6. Missed a couple of these games here with 9 and 6. Hits here, fall short, hits. So he's got, some pretty high hit rates, we'll say, in his last, 5 to 10 games. Very high hit rates. There you go. James, should you wait until October hits? Brother, we are in November, my dude. You would probably want to wait until December if you're thinking about joining Patreon. But yeah, October's a long time from now. We've already passed October. We're almost out of November. But yeah, waiting until December would be your best bet. Starting a new month, December 1st would be your best time to join Patreon. For sure, without a doubt. Nick Claxton. You guys keep bringing up Nick Claxton. I see Nick Claxton. You're liking him for more than his first half points. Let's look at those points real quick. Some of these guys, they just hit at a higher rate first half only than they do full game. It's just the way that it is. It's like it's its own separate market here, right? It's like the game within the game, first half versus full game. There's certain dudes out there who just get it done in the first half, but then kind of don't get it done throughout the full game. Nick Claxton might be one of those guys. He's at 6.5 points. He's going up against the Orlando Magic. We talked about the long list of injuries for Orlando. But yeah, Nick Claxton has definitely been hitting 6.5 first half points lately. So let's look at this real quick. Nicholas Claxton, first half points logs this season. So he needs at least 7. He's sitting at 6.5. How many times has he hit this? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight. But had previously missed 3 games in a row. Go back a little bit further. He hits here with 8, 6, falls short. 7 would have hit, 8 would have hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of his last 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 for 12. It's not terrible. I mean, that's not terrible. I am a little bit worried. I mean, he's not the first option. He's not the second option. He's probably not even the third option on his own team. This guy's probably 4th or realistically the 5th option on the Brooklyn Nets. But he is going up against Orlando. Orlando typically does kind of struggle for whatever reason. Even though we have all these guys who are like 6'10" and taller, we do give up some points to opposing centers. 22.6 points per game to be exact, which puts us right around the top 10 most points allowed to the center position. So if you split this 22, 23 points in half, you're looking at about 11, right? 11 and a half, 12 points per game per half. So, I mean, that could absolutely be a move if you wanted to go there. Nick Claxton versus Orlando. You could even take it a step further as far as research goes. You could go Nick Claxton first half points logs versus the Magic. He is 0 for 3 in his young career against Orlando, covering this first half point prop of 6.5. So take that for what you will, but he played 9 minutes in each of those games. More recently, he's been playing 16, 14, 14, 11, 13. He's been playing more minutes. A couple more minutes, few more minutes in some cases. So he is definitely getting more minutes, and he's in a pretty decent matchup, I think, against the Orlando Magic. His PRA could be another way to go. Why do I say that? Well, Orlando also gives a pretty healthy amount of rebounds at 14.3 per game to centers. Puts them middle of the pack, right around the middle of the pack. So you could go PRA as well. We could take a look at the PRA hit rates as well. Points plus rebounds plus assist logs this season. 10.5. He's hit this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games. Misses these 2. Hits here with 15, 15, 15, 13, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 10 out of his last 12 on his first half PRA. So that's actually a higher hit rate. 10 out of his last 12. So I think I'm in on some Nick Claxton, but I might want to go PRA on Nick Claxton. I'm just throwing it out there. PRA versus the points. 0 for 3 versus the Magic, but again, his minutes were limited at just like 9 minutes per game in each of those games. So I'm going to rock with Claxton, but I'm going to rock with Claxton for first half points, rebounds, and assists as he's hit this, like I said, in 10 out of his last 12. He got hooked in one game, finished with 10 against the Lakers. One more point, rebound, or assist, and my man would have hit the 11 mark and put himself over. So I really like this one. I think I'm going to go this route. Thanks for bringing up Nicholas Claxton, though. You have opened our eyes to something else. Marv Vlog says, I can't trust Claxton. Well, I totally understand, but we're going to flex this entry. So we're going to have some wiggle room, a safety net, some insurance in case Claxton wants to sell, or maybe Oubre sells, or maybe Patrick Williams sells, right? In case one of these guys want to win the Salesman of the Year award, we're going to flex this entry, and we can miss one and still profit. So we're going to flex. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get rid of these damn bots real quick. Hold up. Pause real quick for me, gang. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of these little spam bots that we got cooking in our chat. Give me one moment. Waiting for this chat to pop up here. See if we can eliminate them. I've got like filters in place that are supposed to catch stuff like that, but they don't always catch everything. see. The chat doesn't want to load for me. Come on now. Come on, chat. Let's refresh. Well, we might have to deal with it, guys. Might just have to deal with the porn bots. We'll work on it. We'll work on it in the next stream. I'll see if I can find a way to filter that bullshit out. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. Looks like the bots are here to stay for today. But yeah, this is StatMuse. Austin is asking, where are you getting all the information on teams and players from? This is StatMuse, Austin. StatMuse is good for first half research, for fantasy score research. But most of the time I'm here on props.cash doing like full game research for any category that I want, any team that I want, any game that I want. They offer like points, rebounds, assists, points plus rebounds, rebounds plus assists, PRA, 3-point field goals made, steals, blocks, turnovers, steals, and blocks. So most of my research is coming from props.cash. I also use Fantasy Labs to get projections, to pull up lines on particular player props on different sports books. So that's what I've been doing. Some StatMuse, some props.cash, some NBA.com for things like player usage, for rebound chances and potential assists. I mean, NBA.com is really helpful. This is Fantasy Pros. It's just a free DVP, defense versus position chart that they offer. So yeah, that's what I've been using. All those things. Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists. In case you guys haven't heard, Halliburton assists. He's sitting at 11 assists today. Oh my God, we got to take it. It's green, and gray. He's hit 11 or more assists in 5 straight games. Let's look at it on a bigger sample than just 5 games, gang. Hopefully you guys have done your homework. If you're thinking about taking Halliburton assists, hopefully you've looked into it a little bit further than just the last 5 games, right? For those of you who are backing it, I understand, all right? Halliburton's been getting those assists. So he's hit 11 or more assists. I hope you guys are awake. Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists, Halliburton assists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of his last 10 games, he's hit 11 or more. So that's why the people are bricked up for Halliburton assists. Are you guys liking this? 11 or more. He's hit 14, and 15 in 4 out of his last 5 games. Q6 is putting everything that he owns, his life, his family, his whole bank account, his house, his car, on Halliburton's assist being a push or better. If it doesn't hit, Q6, it's your fault. And you will be without all of the things that you love in life that are worth money. I hope it hits for you, Q6. No, but the Lakers do rate 23rd in total assists allowed. All right, over 26.2 assists per game given up to opposing point guards. Oh, Q6 says I'm betting the under. Oh, shoot. He's going under, gang. He's going under. My boy said I'm going under. What do we think about that? That might be more controversial than anything. He's going under on the assists. Let's look at Halliburton real quick. Halliburton, hallelujah. He's projected for 11.3 assists. He is at 11.5 assists today. All right. Different sports books have him out there at 11.5. Most of these sites, you're seeing him as a betting favorite to go under at 11.5. So you're seeing action on the sports books coming in on the under on Halliburton at 11.5. He's projected for 11.3. But yes, Halliburton's assists, in case you haven't heard, at 11 or more has been the move. Has been the move in the last 10 games. He's been getting it done. Lakers are giving up a lot of assists to point guards, which means it's got to hit, right? Book it. Lock it. Now they're giving up 9.6 assists per game, 5th most to opposing point guards. So there you go. Some of y'all are saying take the points plus assists. I see you guys. Listen, I see you in the chat making noise, talking about different ways to play Tyrese Halliburton. He's at 30.5 points plus assists. If you'd rather go that route, that is also a good route. He's hit 11 or more assists in 12 out of 19. That's a 63% hit rate. But if you want a prop that may not push, if you want that clean victory, you could go here, points plus assists at 30.5. He's hit 30.5, the over, in 12 out of 19. That's a 63% hit rate. What about the Lakers in guarding the three ball? Are they doing a good job guarding the three? Let me see. Because I like some Halliburton threes from time to time too. They're giving up about 3 per game to point guards. And he usually gets a pretty healthy amount of 3-point attempts in the air, right? So you could also possibly look for his 3-point field goals. He's at 58%. He did knock down 3 in his last game. That was against the Clippers. Taking a look at some of these splits here. He is 6 for 11 playing at home. When he's on the road, he is 5 for 8, 63%. Lakers, not so great as a team defense. You know, their total team defense, 10th in 3-pointers allowed, 7th in 3-point field goal percentage allowed. All right. Maybe we back off the 3-point makes. But yeah, you could go points, you could go assists, you could do whatever you want. What else you got here? Trill Fate says, I've never bet on no 11.5 assists. It's too sweaty. That is a lot of dimes, bro. No doubt. That is a lot of assists. Ray says, if Jaylen Brown is out running up on Tatum, is there word that Jaylen Brown might sit out tonight? I know Jason Tatum's turn to sit out was last game, but is there word that maybe Brown is down and Tatum is in? Let me know. Yeah, T-Bone, you could go points and assists. You could go straight up assists. Either way. I do kind of like having some of them points in there with Halliburton in case those assists end up at like 8 or 9, but he comes out with like 25 or something. He would hit it. Jesse saying there's a Ronaldo taco. Cristiano Ronaldo. All right. I don't watch proper footy. I do not watch it. Who does in the chat? Who watches soccer? Who can tell me if Cristiano Ronaldo, I know the name, I know the player, obviously. I just don't know versus Uruguay if 2.5 shots is a good discount or not. Do you know? King United saying he's finished. I mean, I know he's on the downside, right, of his career. I know a little bit about him as a player and kind of the status of where he's at. As far as the details, right? Like we talk about these details on the NBA. I couldn't tell you the details about Portugal versus Uruguay. So I don't know if this is a good prop, a good discount or not. You guys got to let me know. Papiga, are you saying taking the under on his 3.5 shots is the move? You're laughing. You got the LOL in there, but is that really the move? T-Bone saying it's a worthy taco. He does pass the ball. He takes shots, especially on the big stage. Michael saying it's a mid discount. Ripo saying we need Chelsea buy here for soccer. Yeah, for sure. Anthony saying I say that's a lock. T-Bone saying he doesn't pass. Denham says he hit for me last time with 4 shots. Papiga saying he thinks the under at 3.5 is better than taking the over at 2.5. It's iffy. Striker still, so it's possible. All right, I'm leaning on you guys for this one. We're turning the tables. I don't know if Cristiano Ronaldo still that dude. I don't know if this matchup is a good one. So I'm leaning on you. I'm reading the chat. Denham Banks is saying he's the main scorer and the free kicker. That's good to know. It's shots, not shots on goal. Okay, okay. If he shows up, it could be good. All right. Y'all got to let me know. Under on the original or over on this discount? Under on the original or over on this discount? Appreciate everybody who subscribed. Shep, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Again, I'm giving away a free entry to win $100 on PrizePicks. You just have to be a subscriber. You have to like today's show, and then once the replay of today's show goes live on YouTube, you go to the comment section, comment your favorite pick of the day. Maybe it helps somebody out. Maybe they see that comment and they end up tailing and winning money. All right, you do that, you're automatically entered in to win a free entry to win $100 on PrizePicks. Over on the discount, the taco curse is real. Don't forget, someone find his odds. Go both and double dip. Per 90, Ronaldo averages 4 shots. What's the difference between shots and shots on goal? I think if it's anything maybe like hockey, maybe a shot can be like deflected by a defenseman or something. I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. I'm not sure. Chris Raptor says, over on taco, under on the OG line, hit both with 3 shots. Ooh. Let's not call it a taco curse because it's not a taco. Let's call it a discount. It's a Cyber Monday discount. That's for sure. All right. Well, I guess for now I'll take it. I'll throw it in here with these first half plays. Yeah. We'll take it. Denim, you're saying fade it. Oh no. Should I fade it? Fade the discount? Or should I go under on the original? That's what we're trying to figure out. Donovan Mitchell first half points. Let's go back to NBA. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell first half points has been a good one. Definitely been a good one. So is this guy. Darius Garland's first half points, his first half PRA. Donovan Mitchell's all the way up to 13.5 first half points. So yeah, you could go Donovan Mitchell here. He is in a tough matchup, though. We know the Toronto Raptors defensively, a very difficult team. The total on this game is just 215, so I'm a little bit skeptical based on the matchup, based on the low total. I don't know if I want to go Donovan Mitchell first half points. It'll probably hit, knowing me. But yeah, I'm just a little sketched out by the matchup and the fact that the total's so low. It's pretty low. Josh Giddey's been a guy that we've been able to take unders on for his first half PRA. I mean, the dude just continues to miss. He continues to miss. This is another first half only play, guys. Points plus rebounds plus assists logs this season. When's the last time he's hit the over? Well, it's been a while. November 13th. He has now gone under in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight. 7 straight games he has gone under 13.5. When will it end? Nobody knows. No idea. But he has gone under in 7 straight first half PRA. So that's an option. What about for the season? Well, he's gone under in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 14, 15, 16, 17. So he's gone under in 13 out of 17 games. So maybe we just keep riding the under train on Josh Giddey here. It is a pretty high total game at 232. New Orleans 5.5 point favorites. Giddey, as far as this matchup goes against New Orleans, Pelicans, they're giving up pretty low points here at 20.7. They're not giving up a ton of rebounds to shooting guards either. If you consider him to be a shooting guard, that is. I mean, you know, shooting guard, point guard. About 6 rebounds and about 5 assists. So you kind of combine those numbers together. That's about 31 PRA allowed to shooting guards. But yeah, he's been an under machine here. So maybe we stick with the under on Josh Giddey's 13.5 first half PRA. Mr. Bizzle's liking Jamal Murray for the first half PRA. If you guys haven't noticed. I think Mr. Bizzle's a real person. I hope he's not a bot, but I think he's a real person. All he posts is Murray first half PRA. But look at the Pelicans starting lineup. Yeah, no, I know. It could be pretty ugly, potentially ugly. Alvarado, Devontae Graham, Herb Jones, Zion Williamson, and Jonas Valanciunas. For sure. Appreciate the new subs. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate you subscribing. But yeah, Giddey's under 13.5 has been a good look, so you could go that route if you wanted to. What else we got on the board? We played this one the other night. Where was it? Let's see if it's still up on the board. Jalen Green for 2.5 3-point makes. He's going up against Denver tonight. He does hit this better at home. He's on the road tonight. On the road against Denver, not liking it as much. Not liking it as much. What about Buddy? Buddy's been known to take a ton of threes. He hasn't been so consistent here lately, though. Hit a little bit of a cold spell, we'll call it. Ben Simmons over first half points. Sheesh. Are we trusting Ben Simmons these days? I mean, he's definitely picked up his pace. He's definitely been doing his thing. What about Royce O'Neal? Kind of hit or miss. Ben Simmons has hit in 4, and then he missed against Portland in his last game. I don't know. You guys are saying Jamal Murray for first half PRA. Where's that at? Let's go find that one. Where's Jamali Mall? Boom. 14.5. You're wanting to take the over on this guy against Houston. I don't hate that. Why do I say I don't hate that? Well, the Houston Rockets are giving up over 26.5 points per game. All right, that is like the 7th most to point guards. As far as rebounds go, Houston, not giving up a ton of boards at 5 per game, but they are giving up a ton of assists at over 10 per game, 10.4 to be exact. So yeah, I don't mind Jamal Murray for more than 14.5. Great matchup for him. And we already talked about this game being a potential blowout, so we're going to be a little careful taking any full game props from the Houston-Denver matchup. First half only would be my preference. But let's look at Jamal Murray on a bigger sample size. Jamal Murray, first half points plus rebounds plus assists logs this season. And he's at 14.5. He's hit this in 1, 2, 3, 4 out of his last 5. He missed here with 13, but does hit here and here. So he's hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of his last 8. I think that's worthy, especially given the matchup of a play. I think that is a worthwhile option. I don't mind that. Jamal Murray over 14.5 first half PRA. What about his points? Do his points hit at a better clip than maybe his PRA? I mean, we could look at those too. Jamal's at 9.5 points. He's hit that in 1, 2, 3, 4. No. We got to go PRA. If we're going to go anyway on Jamal Murray, it's going to be the PRA. It's got the easier hit rate. Josh is saying college football is the easiest sport on PrizePicks. Put us on game then, Josh, because I have not dabbled in any type of college football. There's only so many sports one man being me, that one man can cover at a time, and I just, I cannot keep up with college football. Lakia, thank you for the sub. But yeah, Jamal Murray, got to go over on his 14.5 first half PRA. Do we want to make this a 5 or a 6 pick? If you guys have 5, a 5th, or a worthy 6th first half only play, we're attacking first half only. That seems to be the thread, the theme of today's show, first half only. But is there any other first half only plays that we could add to this? Do we want to bump our chances up to a 5 or a 6 pick? I like these 4 though so far. You guys are saying Fox for points. Are we talking first half only points? Let's look at it. Let's look at De'Aaron Fox. 11.5 first half points going up against Phoenix. We know that it's probably going to be campaign, right? No Chris Paul. He's out. Let's look at the bigger sample here. De'Aaron, Aaron, by the way. two A's in De'Aaron Fox. First half points logs this season. We need at least 12 from this young man. Ooh. Man, that's looking... I don't know. He's not passing my initial vibe check, guys. He has hit in 4 out of his last 5, though. But if we go back further, 8, 7, 11, miss. 13, 18, hit. But then he's got a miss. He goes through these little stretches where he hits in like 4 straight. Then he misses in 3 straight. Then he hits in 2, misses the next 3. Kind of goes in bunches. Maybe we got another little bunch for him in here, right? He just hit 14 in his last game against Boston. Maybe he's going to go, another 2 or 3 games where he hits the over at 11.5. Tyrone says, make it a 6 pick. Let's add Cat for first half PRA. A lot of people on Karl Anthony Towns first half PRA. Well, so many people are talking about it. I guess we got to look at it, right? Versus Washington. Ooh, death by hook in his last game against the Golden State Warriors. But tonight he's going up against who? Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma. Let's look at this one. Karl Anthony Towns, first half points plus rebounds plus assists logs this season. All right. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's hitting 6 straight. I'm sorry. Take that back. 5 out of his last 6. 5 out of his last 8, technically. 5 out of his last 9. 5 out of his last 9 does not sound as good as 5 out of his last 6. But yes, more recently, he has been hitting this. Had a nice little streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of 5 in a row up until the last game against Golden State where he got hooked. He got hooked, gang. Wow. Some super chats coming in. Let's start with top 10 highlights. He came in first. He says, I want to do a 2-pick power play. Any suggestions? Well, yeah, we've got 4 different suggestions for you lined up on the right-hand side. We got Patrick Williams for more than 7.5 PRA. We've got Kelly Oubre for more than 9.5 points, who has hit in every game in which Gordon Hayward has sat out. We got Nicholas Claxton at more than 10.5 PRA. And we got Jamal Murray for more than 14.5 first half PRA. These are all first half plays, by the way. First half only. Oubre has not missed 9.5 in any game this year without Hayward, so I guess he would make a 2-pick power play. Any of these, really, I think they seem pretty good. Patrick Williams, Kelly Oubre, maybe my favorites, I guess, if I were to pick 2 out of these 4. Go that route. And then Rocket Sauce coming through, longtime Patreon member, big time supporter of mine. He's in our community. He's coming through with a $20 super chat. He says, thank you for that 25x hit yesterday, my dude. Keep up the great work. If you're wondering what he's talking about, yeah, we cashed in a big one right here. This 25x payout. So I put in 30, ended up winning $750. We hit on Geno Smith, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, Kyle Allen, Trevor Lawrence, and Lamar Jackson. More fantasy score. So we went a perfect 6 for 6 on this one. Ended up a 25x. Yes, I posted it for our Patreon members. Yes, a lot of people tailed and a lot of people turned $20 into $500. People cashed in. I saw one guy, he ended up cashing in $50 to $1,250, $1,250. So you're welcome, Rocket Sauce. Thank you for the support. I'm glad that you were able to more than cover your $20 in Patreon this month. So not taking any Pacer picks. For first half, I don't know. We're making a first half only, I think. Anthony is saying that he's... Are we fading the Giddey first half under on the PRA? What happened to hidden under? Are you talking about Giddey under? You could play it if you want to play it. Chris Raptor said he's not playing it because of how depleted the New Orleans Pelicans are. They're going to have Alvarado, Graham, Jones, Williamson, and Valanciunas. That Ingram is probably not going to play. McCollum is probably not going to play. So therefore, easier, softer matchup against the Pelicans. High total game. I don't mind fading that one. I think we could fade that one. I think we could get off of that one if you wanted to. But yeah, he's gone under in several straight games. But the matchup might be a little easier without Ingram, without McCollum. Well, I'm not really seeing too many more contenders here. I know we talked about Karl Anthony Towns, PRA versus Washington. Let's look at the matchup real quick. He's power forward, we'll call him now that Rudy Gobert's on the team. The Wizards, as far as the matchup goes, let's go look at that. They're giving up about 19 to 20 points per game, about 9 rebounds per game, and about 3 assists per game. So we'll call that like 29, 3, about 32 PRA per game. But you guys are on this one, so I'll take it for you. I'll do it for you. We're making a 6 slip right now, Addy B. We got 5 so far. We got Pat Williams, we got Kelly Oubre, we got Nicholas Claxton, we've got Jamal Murray, and we've got Karl Anthony Towns. These are all first half only options. First half only. Beal? I'm seeing some folks saying Beal first half fantasy score, Beal first half this and that. Let's look at Beal real quick. He's at 20.5. He's going up against Minnesota tonight. Beal's going to be your shooting guard. Monty Morris, typically your point guard. So Minnesota versus shooting guards. Let's look at the matchup real quick as far as fantasy score, fantasy points per game, however you want to look at it. They're giving about 42 per game. So that comes out to about 23 points, about 6.6 rebounds, 5 assists. So about 42. So if we cut this in half, this 42, that's about what, 21? He would need 21. Or Minnesota would be giving up about 21 fantasy score per half to shooting guards. He needs 20.6 to hit the over. It's going to be tight. Toit. It's going to be toit. It's going to be a sweat. Let's look at Bradley Beal first half FanDuel points. This is how you look up fantasy score. You do FanDuel points logs this season. So how many times has he gone over? Well, recently he's gone over in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of his last 6. We back it up a little further, though. He had missed in that one, that one, that one. So overall, he's hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't love those hit rates, man. I would like to see him doing it at a higher clip. Now, if you're going to tell me that a guy like Kyle Kuzma's out tonight, who is currently a game time decision, I'm probably on it a little bit more, as his usage, Bradley Beal's usage, would probably go up in that case, but we don't know if Kuzma's in or out just yet. So that's my only concern. I would like it more if Kuzma sat. Now, you guys are saying Beal is a T-Wolves killer. All right, so let's go versus Wolves logs. I mean, he's not really killing them in the first half. The last 2 times he's played him, he's went for 14-6 and 17-3. So he's under in his last 2. He's really only hit the over against the T-Wolves in 2 out of his last 5. He might be killing them full game, but he ain't killing them first half. So I think I'm going to stay off of it. If Kuzma's out, though, then I'm back on. I'm back on it. Josh is saying Zion PRA with Ingram and CJ both out today. That is definitely a worthy option. Do we have Zion up on the board, though? I think we're waiting on Pelicans props, right? No, he's up there right now for first half PRA. Ooh, damn. That's not what I want to see, though, from this guy. Let's look at something. Zion Williamson, first half points plus rebounds plus assists without Ingram logs this season. We'll go with that and see what we get. So without Brandon Ingram, Brandon Ingram. There we go. Without Brandon Ingram, he is 1 for 2. 1 for 2 covering this. He had 11 versus the Lakers, first half PRA. He had 22 versus the Clippers. 1 for 2. Let's see if McCollum actually played in this game. Ooh. Let's see if McCollum played in this game. He did, with 41 minutes played, 22, 9, 8. So McCollum had a huge game against the Lakers in that one. But now we're talking McCollum and Ingram being out. I don't know if we're going to have very much data that we could pull up for that. Let's see here. 11-2 and 10-3. Without CJ McCollum, I mean, he's 1 for 2 without CJ as well. I don't know, gang. I mean, the matchup is definitely a good one going up against OKC. OKC sucks. I'm sorry, but they do not guard, especially front court players, very well. They're giving up 22.8 points, 11.4 rebounds, and about 3.1 assists per game. So 33, we'll call it 37. I mean, that's a lot of points, rebounds, and assists for a team giving up still 37 PRA. They are bad. They're definitely, yeah, Zion is weird. You're absolutely right. I want to believe in this guy, but I feel like it's a lot of hype right now. It's still a lot of hype. His name, he's a good player, but his name in general, I think, warrants more hype than the results show, if that makes sense. I think he's got a very well-known name, popular player, exciting player, but a lot of the times he doesn't live up to the billing to his name. I say Ja Morant's name, you guys get excited because we know Ja's that dude. I say Zion's name and you're like, it's Zion, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. Zion has a great name, but I don't know that the results typically live up to the name. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm afraid, Fernanda Jones. I am afraid to go under on Terry Rozier today just because it is a little bit of a revenge factor. He's playing up against Boston, so I don't want to tempt fate. If you feel weird, go under. No. I've used this analogy before. Sometimes when you're on Tinder and you're swiping left, swiping right, and then you come across one where you're just like, I don't know what to do on this one. Is that a guy? I can't even tell what that. I'm not going to swipe left or right. I'm just going to swipe up and close the app and go do something else with my time. Sometimes you come across a prop on PrizePicks where you're like, I don't feel comfortable going over or under. I'm just going to go somewhere else and walk away. So you could do that too. It's called fading. You can fade a prop. You can fade people on Tinder too. Plenty of Fish, whatever your app of choice is. Miles Bridges for first half PRA. Man, I've seen this one come up a couple of times. You guys keep talking about Miles Bridges. I think you mean Mikal Bridges. Miles Bridges is out of the league, I think, after that domestic violence situation. But Mikal Bridges versus Sacramento might be a good look. Sacramento is giving up over 24 points per game, about 9 rebounds per game. So that's 33 right off rip. And then another 4 assists on top of that. So my guy needs 12. They're giving up about 37 per game. That's pretty healthy, man. That's pretty healthy. I'm not mad at Mikal Bridges. Not Miles Bridges. Let's look at Mikal Bridges for first half points plus rebounds plus assists. We want to get a bigger sample size. We want to know more about this young man. What has he done here with 11.5? Well, he's hit in 1, falls short with just 2 against Detroit. Should have probably hit in that game, let's be honest. Detroit sucks. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of his last 9. 9 out of his last 11. I like that. I like that. I'm going to get on board. The matchup looks good as far as a DVP standpoint. And now we've got 6. I'm going to rock with that. I'm good with it. I like it. We got Mikal Bridges for more than 11.5 PRA. Very high hit rates. Very good matchup for him. We've got Karl Anthony Towns for more than 17.5. This is on you guys. The Karl Anthony Towns pick, I'm just rolling with it. You guys are saying take Karl Anthony Towns for more than 17.5 PRA. It's got a pretty decent hit rate. I guess I'm okay with it against possibly Kuzma, or if Kuzma's out, I don't know who they would put in there, but I mean, he should eat against whoever it is, Denny Adija or whatever however you say his name. But you guys were on Karl Anthony Towns. Jamal Murray's in a great matchup. He's hit this more often than not in recent games. Nicholas Claxton has a high hit rate on 10.5 first half PRA, and he's going against the Magic. He should be able to get some points and rebounds against Orlando. Oubre, perfect. We talked about him in games without Gordon Hayward at 9.5 points. Has hit this in every game. And Patrick Williams at 7.5 versus Utah. High scoring game. Utah's front court kind of weak. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. Now, how much should we put on this? Should we put $750 on it to win $18,750? Or should we just put $500 on it to win $12,500? Oh, $5 to win 125? All right, we could do that. We could put 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Empty the clip. We ain't emptying no clips around here. I saw that rocket sauce before the bot deleted your comment. Tyrone saying that Karl Anthony Towns has hit in his last 9 games versus the Washington Wizards. Okay. You guys are saying 20. Regina saying, hell no. A couple of those are suspect plays. I hear you, Regina. I hear you. We won't go crazy. 10 for 250 sounds nice, though, right? Risk $10, bring home 250 if all of them smack. I kind of like that. 50 is a little steep. We know 6 for 6 is hard, right? It's hard out here to hit 6 for 6. I think 10 is nice, though. Put a little 10 on it. Get back a big 250 if it works out. Now, some of y'all throwing some funky numbers out. What's 750 get me? 187.50? Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Let me just bump that up to 10, man. I'd rather put 10 on it than 750. Next thing y'all are going to throw out here is $9.99 or something. $9.98. Like, sold to the lowest bidder. No, 10's good. 10 for 250 is nice. Brendan, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button. If you're talking about joining the Patreon, well, there's a link down in the description below to get on that. My guy said, put $750. Let's do it, man. For $18,750, we put PrizePicks out of business today. No. Chill. 10 is good. We'll lock it in for 10, all right? Here's what we got. Patrick Williams for more than 7.5 PRA. Oubre for more than 9.5 points. These are all first half, by the way. Nick Claxton for more than 10.5 first half PRA. Jamal Murray for more than 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Karl Anthony Towns for more than 17.5 PRA. And we got Mikal Bridges for more than 11.5 PRA. So rock with these if you wish. Tail them all if you wish. Tail none of them if you prefer, or take one or two that you really like. Maybe you power them together. Maybe you add them to 4, 5, or 6 of your own picks. But that's what we're rocking with. We'll see how it goes. If we get 6 out of 6 right, we win $250. If we get 5 out of 6 right, we only win $20. We double our money. And 4 out of 6 still pays $4. We get a little something back for going 4 out of 6. It ain't much, but it's an honest living. So that's what we're rocking with. Michael says he's fading Cat. Can't blame you. Don't take it if you don't want to. It's your money. We have looked at these numbers together. We have done our research together. This is a community play. Thanks to all the viewers who tuned in. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Again, you want to win a free entry to get yourself $100 on PrizePicks. Make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure you've hit the like button. And when the replay goes up for this video, this stream, this show, leave a comment with your favorite pick of the day. You'll be automatically entered in to win a risk-free 2-pick to score yourself $100. All right, gang? That's it for my time today. It's 1:37 p.m. Time for me to bounce and go find some lunch. Good luck on all your entries tonight. Peace out.